And welcome back. We are back. My name is Katawa Shoujo, and we are going to play some Panda. No, I think I got that wrong. For you, it's a day in advance. For me, it was about 5 minutes, because if you watched my previous video, I said that people had just turned up at my house, and they had. And I went out and greeted them and found out that it was of no one of importance. It turned out to be some Jehovah's Witnesses, and they really pissed me off. So I didn't actually tell them to piss off, I just said, I'm busy, leave me alone, and closed the door on them. Okay, maybe I didn't even do that. Maybe I just said, yeah, sorry, look, I'm not interested. Bye. Even that sounds a bit rude for me. Usually I sort of let them talk first and, oh, okay, anyway, look, I'm just going to shut up. I want to continue, so I'm going to continue. God, just let me continue. Fuck! Amy laughs confidently, as if to emphasize her condition. I wonder for a moment what would count as serious in Amy's book. She seems to be eager to put the topic aside, though. Where are you going? Off to Rin's room to see if she's awake yet. Ooh, can I come? Oh, she skipped the morning class? A sheepish... damn look! A sheepish smile emerges on Amy's face and she gets slightly flustered. Not exactly. It seems that she caught that cold I had. You gave that cold to the love of my life? You bitch. Sorry to hear that. Well, she was out in the rain on Sunday with us after all. I saw her on Monday and she was feeling a bit under the weather back then too. So Hisao, my boy, was the only one that had a strong enough immune system. Good man. And I'm the one with the poor heart. Wrong with these two females, honestly, getting colds like they're little bitches. Yeah, anyway, I'll ask the nurse for some cold medication to give her if she doesn't get better soon. That's good. She leaves for the girls' dorm room without me, unfortunately. I want to go with her to wish Rin well. I want to tell her I'm better now too, but it doesn't feel appropriate. An unspecified feeling diverts my thoughts away. Somehow I just can't summon the resolve to go in there. Is this what Awanako went through when she tried to tell me what she felt? Katawa Shoujo, Even though I'm feeling more energetic, I'm still hesitant about going over there to talk to Rin. Look, you're right there, honestly. There's her door, right? Which seems to be the same door for every other girl in this path, so either they switch dorms every year, or they all sleep in the same room. Anyway, you're already here. Just go and talk to her, alright? You can't back out now. Don't be a little pussy. It's not until 2 days later, on Friday, that I finally gather enough courage to enter the girls' dorm. I ask the first person I meet inside for directions to Rin's room. I knock on Rin's unmarked door and wait. After a few seconds of silence, I hear something rustling inside the room. I start wondering if maybe I should have brought something for her, like a can of warm coffee? Or some oranges. A can of warm coffee sounds revolting, like it's already got the milk and everything else poured into it and all you do is heat it up in the microwave. Ugh. A cup of warm coffee would have sounded much nicer. I could have peeled them for her, well, too late now. The door opens soundlessly. It was already unlocked and I find myself staring at Rin, who stares back at me. She looks like she just got out of bed, with her hair all messed up. Hey, whoa, Rin! And barely any clothes on. Hello. This is a strange, stupid looking smile on Rin's face. I'm not exactly sure why. Rin smiles so rarely that it seems to be out of place every time, especially so now, given her partially undressed state. Said state makes me feel extremely conflicted about whether or not this was a good idea. This sounds like a fantastic idea. Her cheeks are flushed rose red. Whoa, what was she doing? With the milky pale complexion of a person who doesn't get enough sunlight. Her forehead looks sweaty as though she might have a fever. Hi. Now what? I didn't plan anything further than this, and Rin is staring at me with those expectant eyes of hers. Something about the situation gives me very strange vibes. Her eyes are even more vacant than usual, and she seems to have a hard time focusing on anything. The lack of clothing is disturbing. I think she's been having too much medication. But since she herself doesn't seem to be bothered, why should I be? Exactly, I keep telling myself that. I thought I'd pay you a visit since you haven't been in the art club, and I wanted to talk with you and wish you well. Rin doesn't show any sign of recognizing what I just said, making me wonder if she actually understood my words or if she even heard them. Maybe it's the fever making her groggy. She might have actually been asleep before I came over. Okay. Oh, nice talking to you, Rin. I'll see you later now. She turns on her heel and withdraws from the door, walking back inside the small room. From the doorway I can see her walk to her bed and half fall down, half sit, down on the messy pile of bedsheets. The open doorway seems to be more of an obstacle in my mind than the closed door was, but since Rin doesn't say anything else, I step through it and into her room. Oh, okay, no, we're gonna... plenty of paintings. Yep, doesn't surprise me. That TV, what is that, like 6 inches? Oh man, so big. So big. That is what she said. Rin is on her bed leaning against the wall, leaving the only chair in the room for me. She keeps quiet even after I sit down, so maybe she meant to invite me in but just forgot to say so aloud. An implied invitation, as it were. Very exciting. Nobody has visited me before. The breaking of silence draws my attention from the room to its inhabitant, who currently seems to be in the middle of a very profound thought process. Actually, that was not true about visiting, but Emmy doesn't count even if she visits. She always pampers me too much. I think she's having too much fun. I think I forgot to how to put a bra on by myself. Well, would you like me to do it? She looks groggily down at her chest, which is probably why I don't have one on now that I think about it. I haven't failed to notice that Rin doesn't have her shirt buttoned up either, but I try to keep my eyes strictly locked on hers. You can't do it. I know you can't do it. It's rather evident that she's not a very body conscious person. My own body, however, is quite conscious of hers right now. She came to wake me up at 7:30 today. Can you imagine that? She pauses for a while and glances up at my dumbfounded face. Duh? On second thought, you probably can. It's not like that reverse rainbow fish I tried to imagine earlier. That was hard. Well, yes, something else in my pants right now is very hard. Seems like a pretty normal time to wake up if you want to go to class in the morning. I'm trying to sound as reasonable as possible to counteract Rin's unreasonable annoyance. Told her to sod off. She gave me these meds and told me to take them. I follow her eyes to the night table and then to the pill bottle sitting on top of her, which is completely empty because she's had all of them. That's why she's all crazy. I pick it up and turn around to look at the label so I can see what kind of medication you brought. Viagra. Active ingredient. Codeine. Ooh, that's good stuff. You took all of these? No. Yes, I've been eating some since there are so many of them. Seems to make things not so bad. Actually, I think I'm feeling just fine. Her head lolls around and round, making it look like she is either trying to stretch her neck muscles or possibly pass out. She took several of these pills? That'd be safe. At least it's bound to have some side effects, which I'm afraid I am witnessing right now. I am feeling just fine. I am fine. Just someone take this buzzing away from my head. I can't think straight. annoyed expression returns to Rin's face. It's like many of those insect things, or one really big insect thing, with lots of wings, very much cooler and colour and everything. What's the word for those? Oh, never mind, I remember, it's butterflies. She smiles slightly at her last observation. A small pause in her monologue is not long enough for me to dare say anything. Dare say something that could potentially but not likely salvage the discussion. I love butterflies, they are my best animals. See? We had a choice of bird or butterfly, and we went butterfly. I was right. I know. You can thank me later. Did you see any on your way over here? Hisao. She utters my name as an afterthought, possibly to make clear that she is now addressing me instead of just speaking her mind to whoever might be listening. I think that's the first time she's ever called my name. This odd situation has left me speechless, more or less, since the moment Rin first opened her mouth. Now that she herself doesn't seem to have anything else to add, silence fills the small room. It makes me glance around again in an attempt to find something to talk about, or instead just trying to find something else to look at instead of her breasts. Rin's room is about as small as mine. The big window, which takes up most of the wall furthest from the door, opens to east just like mine. It looks very normal, which strikes me as strange. I expected something more different. About a dozen paintings, most of them in Rin's signature abstract style, and a few art posters are taking up almost all the available wall space, but that's about the only real difference between her room and mine. The room is not exactly aesthetic, but it doesn't look like what I'd expected from a girl's room either. A faint smell of art, of paint and paper is floating in the air. What about love? Is love in the air? Every time I look around. It's the same smell the art room has. Rin is too concerned about being tidy, it seems. Everything she owns seems to be arranged in various piles around her room. Her room looks nice. It's an empty sentence one uses to fill the empty spaces in conversation, but my wits are failing me pretty hard right now. Yeah, would you like me to show you the places? The places? She looks down at her half-open shirt, quizzically making me inadvertently follow her gaze to it. Oh, I guess I already did. Can't deny that, no matter how hard I try to act properly. It is very nice that you came to see me. Make me feel very... what's the word? You know, the one about things and stuff. Oh, yeah, I know the word you're talking about. You know, the one about the things. And stuff. Anyway, you can. I will again if you don't put a bra on. Rin's rambling makes me remember that I actually came here for a reason. Hey, about what we talked on Monday, on the rooftop, remember? Rin doesn't seem to be exactly attentive right now. Not that she ever is. I plough ahead and get it off my chest anyway. I just wanted to tell you that I'm going to be better from now on, I guess. I hate being pathetic, so I decided that I'm not going to be anymore. It's a positive outlook on life. I guess that's all. Okay, isn't that good? The blurry words flow out of her lips slowly and uncontrollably. I'm happy for you, I think. That's what I think. You shouldn't look so sad all the time. I mean, looking sad is fine if you are not sad, but you look sad like you actually sad. Uh-huh. That's no good. Yeah. Are you going on some training camp where they make men out of boys, or mountaintop meditation? No, I don't think so. Oh, I guess that's fine too. The sentence comes out of her mouth and probably praying one at a time, with a small pause between each, making her gibberish hard to understand. I just think it seemed like a good idea. Maybe it's not. Rin finishes with one more line, getting to say the last word over himself, an impressive display of what I can only describe as mental shadowboxing. embarrassing myself, might as well tell you that I'm sorry that I said some stupid things to you last week. It's your own business to decide what you're going to do. She seems to not register my words first, but then understanding lights in her eyes, and she waves her head around in a way that could be interpreted as anything. It's okay. I probably said stupid things too. It's just sometimes a bit hard to keep my thoughts the way I like them. They are not very straight, at least most of the time. Not that I want to have them straight, I just wish they were at least in some shape. Round is fine too, but I need more definition. My thoughts are very messy. And she's cocked out. It's currently 4. That could be either a 9 or a 4. No, it's definitely not a 9, dickhead. Of course it's not a 9. It can't be 490 something. It's 440. Yeah. It's around 4:40 anyway in the afternoon. She repeats the word melancholically and then flops lying down on her bed and nuzzles her head against her pillow, shutting her eyes. Enough, tired, you should go, I'm going to sleep again. She opens one of her eyes to look at me. My computer, oh there we go, wow that took a long time. I think I'm going to have to end very shortly, maybe if it continues like that. Was it you who likes to look at sleeping girls or someone else? Oh, it was me, it was definitely me. Do you mind if I just stay and... Maybe there were many of those. Oh, come on computer, don't do this to me. I can't remember. You can say if you want. No, I'll leave. I have to do homework. Anyway. I stand up from the chair and take a step towards the door. Wait. Her request stops me in my tracks. Not that I intended to scoot off right away. I look over my shoulder at the girl lying on her bed, again with the strangest kind of smile on her features. She should smile more often. I don't know, that smile's kinda creepy. I can walk you to the door. Thanks, Rin, because I wasn't sure where to go. That's the least a gentleman can do. I think the medication's gotten to your head a little bit. Rin jiggles like a little kid, making me beyond absolutely certain that she took far too much of her cold medication today. I have always wanted to say that. Oh, she is actually going to walk me to the door, okay. Slowly and with difficulty, Rin first rises to a sitting position, and then again, and then she stands up with even more difficulty and more slowly still. As if guided by some masculine automation, my eyes instantly lower to the curve of her thighs and the stripped panties, at which point my manners force me to lift my gaze back to Rin's eye level. It's getting almost too hard to do that. Rin is standing, although barely. It looks like she has trouble keeping her usually decent balance. Again, probably a side effect of the medicine. One would hope it's the medicine. She takes an unsteady step towards me, then another smaller one as she notices that it's not a good idea to try and take big steps. It's like she's drunk. I feel my muscles tense as I prepare to catch Rin if she falls down. What? Oh! Whoa! She manages... I'm so shocked. I'm like... She manages to take 2 more steps before she falls against me. To my surprise, neither her downwards momentum nor our slight height difference are able to stop Rin from pressing her heart-shaped lips squarely against mine. Oh, it was an accident, sure. Our lips part after a confusing moment of nothing but a taste of Rin. I look down at her trying to find some explanation for this bewildering event. Yet I find none. The euphoric smile of a madman broadens on Rin's lips again, and I wonder if I will remember this tomorrow. I highly doubt it, but I can assure you that I will definitely remember it. I am absolutely stumped on how to respond. Rin takes a step backwards, separating her body from mine and making me only now realise that we were even connected in the first place. The second step is actually a fall backwards, luckily straight onto her bed. The soft thud Rin's thin body makes against the mattress breaks the silence. And she's out again. I move quickly over to her to see if she hurt herself, only to be met with the peaceful face of dreaming. Rin sleeps. She is lying diagonally across the bed, somehow managing to have simultaneously fallen asleep while standing up, and fallen down in a way that she didn't injure herself. Fool's luck. I tuck Rin in, covering her with the sheets as well as I can. She feels very light, even though I am not that. I stand up to her. Oh, the computer lagging, this is bad. I stand up to look at her, the oval-shaped face, the dark eyelashes shut against the feverish cheeks, the slender body covered with the pale sheets. Rin sleeps. Did that all just rhyme? I swear that all just rhymed. A conflict. No. Conflicts. Plural. Churn inside of me. I think about calling a nurse to keep an eye on her, but decide against it. After taking one more glance at her peaceful face, I decide that she'll be fine. I do pocket the remaining pills though. Thief! I exit the room and close the door soundlessly behind me. I exhale deeply, only now really... Sorry, had to burp. I had held my breath for the better part of a minute. Taking a moment to relax, I try to calm down my heart, racing like a jackrabbit. Well, that was certainly exciting. We got cursed by a girl that was hopped up on drugs. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it was Rin, so it's okay. We're going to call it a good thing. And we're going to call it there as well, because as you can obviously see by how much it's lagging, my computer's not feeling too good at the moment. It really wants to have a sleep. So we're going to call it there. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next part. Bye.